Okay, so before I start the actual topic of the video, I want to talk about the 7-day challenge and what it has meant to me. So, checking the statistics as I am currently showing on screen, in the past 7 days, well, actually the past 6 days because it can't go to today somehow, I've gotten 18,006 total views, 28 watch hours, and 16 new subscribers. And I just wanted to say thank you to every person who has stayed, who has watched, who has commented, who has liked, who has subscribed. Anyone who has done anything to engage with the channel, thank you so much. I genuinely cannot thank you enough, because this is crazy, and this 7-day challenge was just here to cure me from being so just bored. So I did it, and I'm so happy I did. And thank you again for seeing any of it. Okay, so as you may have seen, and this is a pretty big understatement, I like the band Arctic Monkeys. I know, shocker. But I think the band is just amazing. I love every song, every EP, every single, every album. And you know, it's kind of odd to be talking about them, especially because I was talking about them before opening night came out. At the time I started this channel, they were basically done. They hadn't had an album or a song since 2022. They hadn't gone on tour since 2023. And in my head, that was it. And I think to a bunch of fans, that was also it as well. So, to me, talking about the band was just kind of like me talking about something that was done. Like, I knew it was over. I just want to talk about it because I enjoyed it. So I think in October of last year, which wasn't a long time ago, I chose to talk about Dishonored 2 and Humbug. And that was the first video I ever did. And I've kind of stayed with that same topic, and I think it's just kind of insane how far I've gotten. Since that happened, I've obviously done this whole 7-day challenge kind of thing. I've done shorts, I've done videos, and I've done so much stuff. So now that the song Opening Night has come out, I don't think it's insane to say that people are talking about the band again, and the songs, and everything about Arctic Monkeys. I think with the song being out, now people can speculate, and now people can kind of think about what the band could do in the future. And I think when I started doing my channel, I think it could have been a bit weird to talk about the band, as they've already been done for a while. Everyone's already talked about them, and kind of just doing it was kind of odd. Now, I'm not saying it was like a niche band or topic or anything, as it's Arctic Monkeys, who are one of the most popular bands of all times. I'm just saying that it was a bit odd to do it in 2025, as by that point there wasn't really any reason to do it. But even though I don't talk about a niche band, I like to think that my channel talks about niche topics. Like, my most popular long form video was about Too Much to Ask by the band, and it's got about 1,000 views-ish. And I think talking about the more niche topics of the band was something I think I can do pretty well. And now with the band being back, I can talk even more about speculation. Even though it might not be as niche, it could lead to more niche topics. And also, another thing with Opening Night being out is I think it can attract new fans. I think with the song being out and maybe Help 2 having more songs on it, new fans and old fans can come and see the band, and I'm hoping that the fan base can do the opposite of what I talked about in my gatekeeping video, and I hope that the fan base can just welcome in these people if they happen to join in, and can introduce them into songs. And what I don't want to happen is what I got comments about in the short that I did, where it talked about, I saw some guy that said, you can't hear this song, blah 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 blah, or I don't want normies to be the fan base. And while I did respond to him kindly, because I don't want to start any problems, I still think it's a bit rude to call a person a normie because they just enjoy songs that are more popular. I mean, for a good year and a half, probably, that's the only songs I heard by the band were the popular ones. So I think it's kind of odd for a person to say we don't want normies in the fan base when the normies are just, I guess, people who enjoy the popular songs, which is an insane thing to do. But with all that being said, I think the band is good for all ages and all backgrounds. I think 2026 definitely feels different than 2025 in many ways, but mainly it feels different for the band because they're back. They did opening night, and that kind of sparked this new idea in people's heads and in mine, where you can almost expect more. The band is kind of doing more stuff, and even if this is the only thing that we ever get as a fan base, it's still something. They still came back and did a song, and if it's means anything, they came back for a charity song, so that's a good thing for a band to do. So I think with 2026 kind of starting, I mean, we are in February, so it's not completely started, the new year, we're already into it, but with the 2026 year somewhat starting, we can hopefully expect more songs, and I think this channel as well has a good future because I can talk about stuff. I can kind of talk about some other topics and not feel totally like I'm just talking about some random dream I have. And again, with the whole new song thing, I think the experience of seeing a brand new song by a band that you love is an experience that everyone should be able to see, because I cannot explain the feeling of just hearing a song that just came out by your favorite band that hasn't done a song in a while, and it's magical. And I think that adds again to the thing of why 2026 will be a good year, because the band could do more. But with all of that ranting aside, I just want to thank you again and say thank you for watching, thank you for commenting if you did, thank you for subscribing, thank you for doing anything that you have done. And I think I'm not going to end the channel, obviously, but I think I might take a bit of a break, as I did a daily 2 shorts and a long form thing for 7 days straight. But I think the next goal, and I'm hoping that we can get to it somewhat soon, is 100 subscribers. And at that point, I think we might do some sort of special video, as I got a comment talking about do a tier list. That sounds like fun. Maybe do a Q&A that might be fun. But just let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I hope you enjoyed the video.